What if I told you that 6 specific numbers, yes, just 6, could serve as spiritual GPS, guiding you toward unexpected wealth, inner peace, and alignment with life's natural flow? Now, this isn't about buying a lottery ticket or chasing some overnight miracle. It's about becoming aware of the subtle energy shifts that happen around us, especially during rare cosmic phases like mid-June 2025. During this time, the energy of the universe intensifies. An ancient Buddhist wisdom tells us it becomes easier to tap into abundance, clarity, and higher states of purpose if we know where to focus our energy. These numbers we're about to uncover aren't random. They carry vibrations that align with universal laws of karma, timing, and spiritual frequency. And when you start tuning into their energy, not just seeing them, but truly feeling them, you begin to move differently, think differently, manifest differently. Have you ever had that odd moment where you glance at the clock and it's 11:11? Or you keep noticing the same number on receipts, signs, or license plates, and you brush it off as coincidence? But what if those were gentle nudges from the universe, reminders that there is a deeper order working behind the scenes? Buddhist philosophy teaches us that the present moment holds infinite power, but only for those who are awake to it. The universe is always speaking in symbols, energy waves, and repeated signs. The question is, are you really listening? In today's video, we're going to dive into 6 spiritually charged numbers that hold a unique energetic signature this June. And more importantly, I'll guide you through how to align your mindset and actions to work with these numbers, not against them. Stick with me till the very end, because I'll also share a special bonus number 1 that rarely shows up, but when it does, it carries the energy of breakthrough, unexpected fortune, and spiritual acceleration. It's the kind of energy that doesn't knock twice. So if you're ready to pause the outside noise, connect with something deeper, and unlock a new channel of abundance, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Buddhism Trail, and comment below with this powerful affirmation: I am ready to align with the energy of wealth and wisdom. Let's begin this journey together. Let's slow down for a moment, not to reflect on where you're going, but to honor what you might need to leave behind. There's a number that doesn't get the spotlight it deserves, yet it quietly carries one of the most transformative energies in existence: the number 9. This isn't just about numerology, it's about spiritual timing. And right now, something bigger is happening in the background. A radiant supermoon is making its appearance, pouring amplified energy into our lives. Together, this number and this cosmic event are creating a perfect space for emotional release and spiritual renewal. Think about how obsessed we've become with starting fresh new jobs, new habits, new relationships. We chase beginnings like they're the only things that matter. But in truth, we rarely stop to honor how powerful an ending can be. And number 9, it is the spiritual symbol of completion. Not failure, not loss, but evolution. In Buddhist teachings, we are reminded again and again that nothing is permanent. Every high, every low, every attachment is fleeting. The more we cling to what once was, the more we suffer. But when we understand that endings are necessary, beautiful, even we start to grow in ways we couldn't before. That's what 9 offers us, a chance to release, reflect, and reset. The number 9 teaches you to surrender, not because you're giving up, but because you're ready to grow beyond what you've outgrown. It carries the vibration of closure with grace, the strength to step out of familiar patterns, and the wisdom to know when something no longer fits the version of you that you're becoming. Now enter the supermoon, a luminous reminder from the cosmos that now is the time to pay attention. When the moon is this close, its energy tugs at our emotions like tides. It brings the buried stuff to the surface, the fears we ignore, the stories we still tell ourselves, and the weight we carry even when we pretend we've let go. So ask yourself, what are you still holding on to? An outdated belief about your worth? A relationship that drains your spirit? Guilt from a past mistake? The universe isn't punishing you, it's offering you a chance to release. This isn't about force, it's about flow. Letting go doesn't mean losing. It means making space, because the next part of your journey needs you lighter, clearer, and more in tune with your truth. The number 9, paired with the supermoon, forms a sacred portal, a moment where closure becomes a bridge to possibility. If you've been looking for a sign that it's time to move on, this is it. Use this energy to reflect, to forgive, and to free yourself. Because every ending you honor consciously becomes the soil for a brand new beginning. Now, let's talk about a number that doesn't shout for your attention. It just shows up quietly, like a soft breeze on a hot day. It doesn't demand anything from you. It simply brings a sense of stillness in a world that never seems to slow down. That number is 7. 7 isn't the energy of hustle. It's not loud, flashy, or urgent. It's the spiritual exhale you didn't know you were holding in. While the world races ahead, chasing results and recognition, the energy of 7 says, pause, come back to yourself. Let's be honest, modern life is overwhelming. We live in a constant loop of checking our phones, meeting deadlines, comparing ourselves with others, and planning for what's next. And in the middle of all this noise, we forget, the most powerful moment is the one that's happening right now. 7 represents that forgotten space, the sacred pause. It doesn't push you to achieve more. It gently leads you inward to remember what truly matters. In Buddhist teachings, the number 7 is deeply significant. It reflects the 7 steps to enlightenment, the spiritual pillars that build inner peace. Mindfulness, investigation, energy, joy, calm, concentration, balance. These aren't just spiritual ideals, they're daily practices, especially important in times like these. Think back to a moment. Maybe it was sitting under a tree, sipping tea in silence, or simply watching the sunset, where everything felt enough. You weren't needing more. You weren't trying to prove anything, you were just being. That was 7 in action. That was your soul finding stillness in a restless world. 7 invites a different kind of wealth, the wealth of understanding yourself. It doesn't care if your house is big or your schedule is full. It wants to know, are you living in harmony with what you believe? Are you present in your own life, or just passing through it? Do your choices reflect peace or pressure? This number is also tied to the crown chakra, the energy center that connects us to divine wisdom and spiritual truth. It's where we stop looking outside for answers and start tuning in. Astrologically, it connects to Neptune, the dreamer, the guide of intuition and mystery. 7 reminds us that not everything valuable can be seen or measured. As June's energy builds and the opportunities for growth increase, don't be fooled by the need to rush or chase. 7 teaches us that slowing down is not falling behind. It's aligning yourself with a deeper current that most people miss. This month, let the energy of 7 walk with you like a quiet friend. Let it help you turn down the noise, simplify your steps, and make room for truth. When you lead from clarity and calm, the kind of abundance that enters your life is both sustainable and deeply fulfilling. And if this number speaks to something within you, something that's been longing for peace, for purpose, support Buddhism Trail by clicking the thanks button and offering $50 as an expression of appreciation and intention. In Buddhism, giving is never just about the gift. It's a practice that aligns your actions with higher consciousness, and that act of generosity, it creates ripples far beyond what we can see. Let's turn our attention to the subtle, grounding energy of the number 21, not as a lucky charm, but as a quiet messenger of spiritual depth and personal growth. Imagine walking through life and suddenly reaching a quiet clearing. Not the destination, not the start, but a place where everything slows just enough for you to hear your own thoughts clearly. That's what the number 21 represents. It's a moment of awareness in the middle of life's noise, a soft but firm reminder from the universe, whispering, pause, reflect. Are you still on the path your soul chose? We often find ourselves trapped in cycles, the pressure to be more, do more, prove more. But the vibration of 21 isn't about acceleration, it's about presence. It's about honoring the space between action and intention. It's telling you, you don't need to run faster, you need to listen deeper. In the teachings of Buddhism, evolution isn't about reaching some grand finish line. It's about shedding the layers that keep you disconnected from your essence. And the number 21 appears when you're on the verge of such a shedding. It's like the calm before a realization. When this number crosses your path, whether on a receipt, a sign, or even in your dreams, it's not a fluke. It's a subtle call to re-enter. One of the biggest teachings 21 offers is this: patience is powerful. We live in a world obsessed with quick wins and instant gratification, but lasting transformation doesn't announce itself. It grows in silence, like seeds beneath the soil. This number invites you to trust the unfolding of your journey, even if progress feels invisible now. It's happening layer by layer, moment by moment. Most importantly, 21 is a mirror for your mindset. True abundance begins, not with what you own, but how you think. When your thoughts are rooted in clarity, compassion, and conscious intention, everything else begins to shift. Suddenly, life feels lighter. People respond to you differently. Money, joy, opportunities, they don't need to be chased. They start flowing to you because your energy is aligned. So, if 21 is showing up for you right now, see it as an invitation, not to do more, but to reconnect with your breath, your truth, your path. Because from that space of awareness, everything you seek becomes possible. Some messages from the universe don't arrive like lightning bolts. They come quietly, like a soft breeze or a thought that gently returns to you over and over again. That's the kind of presence the number 18 carries. It's not loud, it doesn't scream for your attention, but if you're tuned in, even a little, you'll feel its steady pulse. In Buddhist teachings, every number holds a vibration. They are like mantras made of digits, echoes of energy that reflect where we are in our journey. And the number 18, it resonates with endurance, renewal, and quiet transformation. It tends to appear in your life when you're done surviving and ready to start rising. This number often shows up at a turning point, a moment where you feel an inner nudge to stop simply going through the motions, to break free from autopilot to live, not just exist. And as we move through June 2025, the appearance of 18 becomes more than just meaningful. It becomes potent. That's because this month carries an unusually aligned cosmic current, amplifying energies that support personal growth, clarity, and forward motion. It's as if the universe is not just watching, it's offering you a push in the right direction. But the energy of 18 isn't passive. It doesn't hand you a prize for showing up. It calls for awareness, release, and intention. It asks, what patterns are you repeating that no longer serve you? Are you clinging to an old version of yourself out of comfort or fear? Are you truly living with purpose, or just surviving out of habit? 18 is like a mirror held up to your spirit, and when you're willing to look into it with honesty, something beautiful happens. You shed what's heavy. You step into who you're meant to become. Now, if this number keeps finding you in subtle moments, in repeated patterns, or even through this message, trust that. In Buddhism, intention is everything. Even a small act made with a pure heart can set off a wave of good karma. So, if this message speaks to you, if you feel that quiet knowing inside you rising, help us continue spreading this light. You can do so by supporting Buddhism Trail through the Thanks button and contributing $50, not as a transaction, but as a sacred offering. In Buddhist tradition, generosity is a force multiplier. It doesn't just flow outward, it circles back, multiplied in unexpected ways. You're not just giving, you're planting seeds of abundance for yourself and others. So, pause for a moment, reflect, and if the number 18 is whispering to you, let it guide your next step, not just with belief, but with conscious, generous action. Let's take a moment to focus on a number that often goes under the radar. Quiet, grounded, and full of hidden power, the number 4. On the surface, it may seem plain, but beneath that simplicity lies something most people overlook: stability. 4 is the number of structure. It's not flashy, it's not here to impress. It's the energy of someone who shows up every day, builds with purpose, and doesn't quit just because the progress is slow. In a world addicted to shortcuts and fast success, number 4 whispers a timeless truth. Slow is steady, and steady is strong. It's about showing up, even on days you don't feel like it. It's about laying one brick at a time, knowing that real success is built, not bought. Buddhist teachings often remind us to return to the present again and again through breath, through awareness, through mindful repetition. That's the rhythm of number 4, not dramatic change, but quiet persistence. It's the essence of daily practice, the small, consistent choices that eventually shape your entire life. In numerology, 4 is the foundation layer, the one that supports everything else. Your dreams, your peace, your abundance. And astrologically, it's ruled by Saturn, the planet of responsibility and spiritual discipline. Saturn doesn't offer rewards just because you want them. It gives them only when you've earned them. And spiritually, 4 is a mirror to nature, the 4 elements: earth, water, fire, and air. It reminds you to check in with your life's balance. Is your energy scattered or rooted? Are your emotions flowing or blocked? When you align with the energy of 4, you start building something that lasts. Financially, emotionally, spiritually. So, as we walk through June 2025, see the number 4 not as a finish line, but as a blueprint. One step, one practice, one commitment at a time. Because when your foundation is strong, everything you build on top of it becomes unshakable. And we're not done yet, because up next is one final bonus number, and it carries a rare frequency, one that's often missed. But for those who notice it, it unlocks deep breakthroughs and powerful financial shifts. Let's move forward. Have you ever had those days where everything feels like it's spiraling out of control? Like no matter how hard you try, life just keeps pushing, faster, louder, and harder, and you're left scrambling to keep up. We've all been there. And in those moments, what we often crave most isn't some magical solution or instant success. We crave stability, something to hold on to when everything else feels like it's slipping through our fingers. And that's where the number 44 quietly steps in. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can a number help me feel more grounded? But 44 isn't just a number you see on building signs or digital clocks. It's a vibration, an energy code that carries deep spiritual significance. In the language of numerology and ancient Buddhist wisdom, 44 is more than just double digits. It's double the strength, double the foundation, double the reminder that you are capable of standing strong, even when life feels heavy. The number 4 by itself symbolizes structure, inner discipline, and the building blocks of a meaningful life. And when that number repeats, it forms a powerful energetic mirror, reflecting back your ability to rebuild, reset, and rise. That's why 44 is often called the number of spiritual fortification. As June approaches, we enter a rare energetic portal, a window of time where the universe is especially tuned towards stability and intention. During this period, the energy of 44 becomes more than a symbol, it becomes a practice, a call to action, a reminder that no matter how uncertain life becomes, you have what it takes to steady your mind, ground your spirit, and step back into alignment with your true purpose. And here's something many people overlook. Spiritual growth doesn't always come from those big lightning bolt moments. It comes from the quiet repetition of right action. It comes from showing up every day, even when you feel tired, even when you feel unseen. That's what 44 whispers to you. Keep going. You're building something sacred. Buddhist philosophy has always emphasized consistency over chaos, not chasing sudden success or external validation, but cultivating a deep inner steadiness. And that's exactly what 44 teaches us. It's not about rushing toward the finish line. It's about learning to find peace in the process, even when the road gets bumpy. Think of the number 44 as a spiritual toolkit, something you carry with you into moments of doubt, stress, or exhaustion. Nostradamus, Baba Vanga, and other great mystics all reference the significance of repeating numbers like 44 during times of personal and global change. They saw it as a sacred frequency, a number that shields, supports, and strengthens you when you're at your most vulnerable. So, how can you actually work with the energy of 44 this month? Start with intention. Set aside the distractions. Don't wait for the right moment. Create it. Use 44 as a mantra, a daily check-in, a quiet whisper that reminds you, I am supported, I am steady, I am in the process of becoming. When challenges rise, don't collapse, center yourself. When doubts creep in, don't run, return to your breath. With 44 beside you, you don't just survive the storm, you become the calm within it. And if you're noticing repeating numbers lately, on your phone, on a receipt, or even during your quiet moments, trust that it's not random. The universe often speaks in numbers, and 44 might just be its way of saying, you are on the right path, keep building. So, if this message is speaking directly to you, take a moment to affirm it. Comment below, I am grounded, focused, and ready to build my abundance. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Buddhism Trail, and share this with someone who might need a reminder that strength isn't loud, it's patient, it's focused, and it grows in silence. I'll see you in the next video.